Hello, great morning. We are broadcasting on Clubhouse, YouTube, and on Facebook. So, hello to all of our friends everywhere in the space. We want to make sure that you know all about this 15-minute room. And one of the things that I want to talk to you about is how to attract your right clients, even if they have not met you yet. All right. So I am Dr. Stevie, and I work specifically with my clients to help them to make six figures online, specifically how I did in the midst of the pandemic, where I have made multiple six figures all online. And I want to talk to you today about the fact of really using what it is that you say to take it to the next level in your life and business, really using what it is that you know to be true in your voice inflections. And as you hear me, I am speaking in a like way so that you can not only hear but understand. And I'm using certain words because I want to tell you how having a cash phrase is going to be something you need to have in your business. And specifically because a lot of times people don't know how to communicate about what it is that they have. They don't know how to show up and really be in the standpoint of what it is for their business. They don't know how to say the catching words that will intrigue listeners to become investors. They don't know how to profoundly speak about their business so that people will be able to say, oh my goodness, this is the person who not only can I hear it in their voice, that they understand what I'm talking about, but they can hear from you that they truly get what it is. And it's a difference between understanding and getting, because you can understand somebody. Yes, we cognitively can understand what you're saying, but if we get you, then we know that we can relate. And so when you talk about your cash phrases, that will attract people who will never even know who you are, right? Because that's the first thing. People on this app, as we go in and out of these spaces and any other place, whether it be a podcast, whether it be a television interview, they don't know who you are. So you have to magnetically say something that's going to attract them. You have to speak about your business in a way that is truly going to up level their listening so that you can make sure that you are positioning yourself in the best spot ever. So the strategy that we are talking about today in our 15 minutes is specifically the strategy that is going to be able to have you open your mouth and open your bank account. Because when you are opening your mouth and you're saying specific things, people will hear the excitement. They will hear that you do know, yes, you are knowledgeable, but they will hear that you also are excited about the work that you do. And everybody does not have to be loud. No, everybody does not have to be boisterous in what they say or even extroverted, because I know I have introverted friends. But what I want to say to you is definitely when you position your catchphrase, then you are able to stand up inside of what it is to really specifically say, this is how I am showing up in this world, and this is why you need to invest in me. And that a lot of times comes before people even know what you're doing in your business. Because guess what? You can be in a space and place and people can understand what it is that you're doing, and they can see if they want to work with you simply by the way in which you introduce yourself. So as we look at this thing called a cash phrase, and we look at this thing about how we are making money in our businesses, it is all about positioning your power and your voice to be clear about what you are saying, positioning your voice to be clear about what it is that you're doing. And you don't have to sound like anyone else. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there are certain keywords that you need to know about so that you can take it to the next level in your life and business. So specifically in this space today, the six-figure strategy that we will have is about making sure that you are putting your business in the right light. Because I know as a multifaceted entrepreneur, what happens a lot of times is that we are in the space of being multifaceted, right? We like this, we like that, we love this, we want to do that, we want to help these people, but there's no clarity in that. And as we stand forth in our clarity, then we have to be sure to make sure that people understand. So that is why we have to speak succinctly about our businesses so people can understand it. And when we come to really looking at the fact of making six figures from whether you're a coach, speaker, author, you already have content. You already have content out here, but how are you positioning your content so that people will want to invest in it? How are you getting in front of people so that they can truly look at what it is that you have and say, oh my goodness, I need that. I need that. And not only do I need that, I need it from this person. I need to make sure that I'm investing in Emily. I need to make sure that I'm conducting business with Tiffany. I need to make sure that I'm seeing Sean about the investments that she has. I need to make sure that I'm talking to Tina about what it is that she offers. I need to make sure that I'm talking to Shamika about what it is that I could buy from her. And all of that comes from our vocalization, because people don't want to buy from people who they think is a carbon copy. They want to buy from people they specifically know, like, and trust. They want to buy from people who they know that you are getting the authentic nature of who you are. They want to buy from you because we are getting you. So people really, really, really want to see that, yes, it's all kinds of coaches in the world, but when I am coached by you, I hear in your voice and I hear in the words that you use, even in your copy online, that you are understanding what it is that I'm bringing to the forefront. You clearly get my problem. You clearly understand that my problem is the one in which you can help me with, because you've gone through it, or you've seen it, or you lived it. And not only do I just read it on the paper, I read it through the way in which you inflect your words. So I'm super excited about this strategy because it is the number one strategy that I use specifically to make six figures when I didn't have any money, because I couldn't invest in all the things. What I could use is to use my God-given gift, skill, talent, and ability to make sure that I'm saying and communicating correctly to help other people to show up online. And so as you show up online, it's more than just this opportunity to say whatever it is that you want to say about your business. It goes deeper than that. And if you're not using the right words, if you're not using the phrases, if people are not remembering what it is that you are saying and how you are showing up, then it's going to specifically be something that you can see in your money. And I'm telling that to be true because I know that my clients, they can say, a lot of people tell me I speak in sound bites, which I do. I speak specifically in a way because, for one, I have a PR degree, so I've learned how to speak in a way to position what it is that I want to do. But for two, I speak in that way because I understand that most people that we are speaking to in the world only they don't, like, most people don't read above a third grade level. So if you look at and I'm not talking about the brilliant people that we are, but I'm talking about the whole level of society in America, right? I'm talking about those people who are saying, okay, I may need your service, but if you're speaking in jargon or if you're speaking above their heads, they're not going to hear you. If you don't relate to what it is that you have for them, they're not going to hear you. So as we look at this, as we grow with this, as we develop in our business, we have got to really show up and show out. And that's why we are having this How to Create Your Cash Phrase class. We are making sure that you succinctly know how to speak about your business, because one thing I know for sure is that as you increase your visibility, your credibility, and your cash, then you are going to be getting media interviews. Today, and it's only 12 o'clock, I today have been invited onto two podcasts that people came in my inbox and wanted me to speak for. I didn't connect with them. They connected with me. And they did that because when I'm in rooms, when I'm in spaces, when I'm in places, then they can clearly understand what it is that I offer to the marketplace, because I offer these catchphrases. I know how to position my business. And that is the key thing, because people need to know what you do, and they need to know it in a clear way so that they can see what it is that you do, so that they can see how you show up in the world, and so that they can know that when they make a proper investment inside of you, understand that it's coming from a space where you are knowledgeable about. Why? Because people do business with those they know, like, trust, right? They know, like, and trust. They know, like, and trust. So therefore, in order for them to know you, they have to know who you are. You have to show, like me, normally, if you come to my events or come somewhere else that I am offline, or even my virtual events, you're going to hear some music, you're going to hear some fun, there's going to be some colors, there are going to be different things. Like, do they like you? Do they want to be your friend? Do they want to be your friend? And trust, do they trust that you know what you're talking about? I can tell people what it is that I talk about because the way that I position my knowledge. I understand what it is. I understand that I've gone through 12 years of entrepreneurship. I've not been the best at entrepreneurship all 12 years. So I have learning lessons in that in which I can tell people about. Also, in the midst of it, not only have I learned in entrepreneurship, I have learned in education. I spent 4 years studying public relations. I also spent another 4 years studying human resources. I also have learned on different jobs. Like a lot of people understand I work for Disney. I did my internship there. So I learned from the brand leader, brand expert. So I can position myself like that. You have credibility markers as well. You may not have those same things, but when you know when to take that in, when to flip it up, and when to take it to the next level, and what it is that you're saying, then people will know, like, and trust you. So as we begin to wrap up our 15 minutes, and then we'll open the stage, you guys can begin raising your hands if you have any questions about these cash phrases. Some of mine, if you listen to me speak, I position myself all the time to say something that is going to be at the end of what I do. And matter of fact, I'm going to say it at the end when we wrap up. But it is make it a great day. Don't have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you. And yes, you too have the power to do so. How's that catchphrase? Because it's memorable. People see my personality. They see that I'm optimistic. They see that I'm action oriented. They see all these different things. So as we begin to really take it to the next level and understand what it is that we're doing, then we're going to see that part of who Stevie is. That's the know, and that's the like, and that's the trust. Or they also see in another catchphrase that a lot of my clients will tell you. They'll say, Dr. Stevie always says, all we need is a flyer and a link. Why is that important? Because I simplify the process for my clients so that if they only need a flyer and a link to do the work that they need, it simplifies their process and they're able to get an action. Another thing that I say is really when I position myself to talk about my business, I always talk about the fact that during the midst of the pandemic, I was able to make over $200,000 in less than 2 years. Why do I say those words? Because for one, it's going to be the pandemic. Most people were not making money like that. The second thing was that I also tell them that I have credibility, that I've made money online. When a lot of people were losing the opportunity to make money in their businesses, I was showing up and doing it. So as I speak about certain things, you might not hear me speak like I'm not a necessarily braggadocious person, but I'm definitely inserting what it is. And so that's even for you introverted people who need a little extra pushing sometimes to position your power, then you're able to say this without feeling like too many eyes are on you or feeling out of place or feeling any of these things. You don't have to be extroverted to have a catchphrase. What you do have to be is somebody who is understanding and taking it to the next level, that you have power within you, that you can position your words, and you have to do it. You have to be somebody who is going to speak about your business in such a way that people will hear it and be able to understand. And even, on these Clubhouse spaces, one thing I know for sure is if you're in a space, and this is a way that you could position your catchphrase, if you're in a space and people don't know who you are and you are showing up succinctly, then you're going to be able to say, by giving somebody a compliment, for example, like if I were to give Dina a compliment, one thing I would say, for example, because I know Dina's work, is, oh my gosh, Dina did an amazing job of doing like this whole look. She beat my face to the gods when I was featured on a magazine cover. That's adding credibility to not only Dina, but myself, because only certain people are featured on magazine covers. And only certain people know how to beat faces to the gods. And she does. She's amazing. So I'm just saying, as we look at this thing, we have to look at it in multi-layers. And that's why I'm super excited that we will be having How to Create Your Catchphrase workshop, where this is going to be an opportunity for me to put my Stevie Spice on your words and really position it. I have done this over and over for myself. I know how to really get inside your business and create something specific for you. So definitely, if it's something you want to do, if you feel like you need some razzle dazzle on what it is that you say. If you feel like you go on these Clubhouse streets or social media streets and you do not have the opportunity to say what it is that you need to say in a way that's going to be perfect for potential clients, then you need to be in that cash phrase workshop. Listen, I haven't done this for a long time. I don't know when I'm going to do the next workshop because I have a whole different income stream of how I work with people now. But get it while the getting is good because it's going to be something you need to do. All right, so Sean is coming to the stage. Y'all, the stage is open, so definitely come on in. Hey, Sean.
You are amazing. You're all of that. I just bought my ticket, so you have one less ticket left because I'm getting ready to get all up in that how to create your cash plays session. And hello, everyone in the listening lounge. I'm Sean Venable, your wealth mindset motivator. As you were talking, there were so many nuggets, and I was thinking about a couple of things that you said, even from a session that you were in and that you spoke in, and what you kind of reiterated to me today is that it's okay, number one, for me to be authentically me and to remain true to who I am, because that's when I'm in my zone of genius. And as you were talking about just phrases, I was thinking about different things that resonate with people and what started to build kind of my tribe and the people that are connected to me. I noticed I would go on stage in Clubhouse, and I say it in real life too, is that I love you to life, or if no one has told you today, I love you. And when I don't say it, I will have people back channel me or hit me up to say, wait a minute, you didn't say that. What's going on today? But what I realize is that it's helping me to be relational and not transactional. And when you're relational, you don't sell anything. People invest. So that's been something that has worked for me. And the other thing that resonates well with me, and it gets me out of my nervous space, even when I'm coming on stages, I will introduce myself. I'll give my little, 2-second spiel. But I will say this, if you don't remember anything else about me, I'm a woman of great faith. And I love to push people into purpose. And that's something that sticks with people because it's true to who I am. And it goes beyond the business that I want to see people win for real. So when you connect with me, it's not about me selling you anything. It's about you winning in life. So I'm Sean. I yield my mic. And I love you to life, Dr. Stevie.
I love you too. Shouts out to Sean, y'all. Y'all need to follow Sean if you do not know who she is. She just hosted such a child. She got us all the way together on Saturday. I was able to be one of the speakers, and what she did was definitely just take it to the next level. It was such an amazing event that we all needed. We all feel refreshed. So thank you, Sean, for all that you do and all that you are. And I cannot wait to get into this workshop with you because I have so many ideas. I have learned so much about who you are in your business. So we're going to get you all the way right. Yay. So hi Fitz. I definitely want y'all to connect with too because we're going to be doing Wednesday rooms here in Click the Cash Crew. We just did a Monday room in his space, you guys. And he could tell you all about that, but it is amazing. And he's funny because all the time he always says, Stevie, you speak in sound bites. And I'm like, it's funny. Yep, I probably do. So Fitz, hey brother.
Boom, baby, woo! Good night, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're tapping in from. Yeah, I'm grateful to be here. We did our room this morning, and it was called Money Making Marketing Moves. Because here's the thing: once you have a product or service to sell, once you get clarity on who is your market, what your offer is, and once you've proven it, now it's time to go to the masses and get money. And that's not something that just happens by accident. You need a strategy. And one thing God has given me is the ability to be strategic and to teach. So Money Making Marketing Moves is what I do on Mondays to help you all get visibility so that way you can get some credibility, like Stevie says, which turns into cash. I know I got it. I butchered it up.
No, you got that. You got that. Listen.
Yeah, so like I said, I told Steve the other day, yeah, you're a walking soundbite, and that was real powerful because in order to make money online, let me just say this, and I'll leave it alone. You got to understand that you are not chasing sales. The number one thing that you're in, you are in the attention economy. This is the attention economy, and everybody is your competition. And once you realize that, then you begin to understand the importance of a cash catchphrase. Because if everybody's your competition, that means you're competing to get your message heard. How are you going to stand out? Everybody's your competition because the dogs, the cats, the kids, the job, the cell phone, the next advertiser, home life is all competing for your prospect's attention. There was a TV show back in the day called Wonder Woman, and I remember watching Linda Carter. When they would shoot guns at her, she would have her arms going back and forth, bop, 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 like she was blocking stuff. And if you catch that visual, you're constantly blocking stuff. The average consumer receives between 5,000 and 12,000 marketing messages every day. And so what happens is your brain just unconsciously just blocks things out. So when you have these specific marketing messages that cut through the noise and pierce your prospect's heart, guess what? Now you're onto something. Because if people never pay you attention, they will never ever pay you any money. Let's eat.
Boom, shakalaka, boom. Look, I can't do what Fish just did. I can't do his boom. But I love what he just said because that's such a great visual, y'all. And just to update you, we have 4 more seats left in this workshop. So if I were you, I would lock in now at the link that's provided for you because I can't listen. One thing I know for sure is that when we do this workshop, I'm not regurgitating information. What I am doing is to work specifically with a small group so we can make it happen. Yes, ma'am, LaShawn.
Oh, I was just tapping it up because you all that plus a bag of chips. And Dr. Fitzgerald, you just got me all the way excited. So that was all.
I'm telling you, these Monday and Wednesday rooms we're about to do, y'all. Listen, we are. You can tell people about your club, Fitz.
Oh yeah, believers in business. if you're a believer and you're in business or you desire to be in business, I created a club called Believers in Business, under the premise, broke Christians suck. You know, I'm a firm believer in the power of prayer. I love prayer. I'm a product of prayer. But when you couple prayer with a purse, when you're able to write a check, you can actually be the financial hand of God here on this earth, when you can be the good Samaritan, when you can take a family that's being put out and put them up in the Ritz-Carlton for 7 days, when you have that financial ability, that's showing the love of God. And if you can't do that now, let's get you to that point. You know, it's okay to start out, but you got to understand we're here to serve God's purpose, not to hoard it upon ourselves. So Believers in Business is a club I created. We talk about all things making money. Making money online quickly. Because here's the thing, and this is a Fitzgerald fact. Take it to the bank. You all right now make enough money to do whatever you want. The problem is you don't make it fast enough. So even if you're making $25,000 a year, if you made $25,000 every 6 months, or every quarter, or every month, or every week, the problem is not the amount that you're making. It is the velocity in which you attain it. Increase your velocity, increase your impact. Let's eat.
Awesome. I love that. That's why I'm excited. Listen, we about to take this whole thing to the next level. People in Clubhouse not gonna know what to do, y'all. Y'all better y'all better tap in. And I wanted to shout out Emily. Emily just locked in her seat for the workshop. Yes, honey. We about to get this done. Because we have to get these words together, y'all. That means there's 3 more seats left. We're about to end this room for sure. We came to do what we had to do. I will be back here tomorrow at 11:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then it's going to be Wealthy Wednesday with Fitz and me, and we're going to be right here. So y'all tap in, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your friends, tell everybody who you love and know who needs to make money, who believes in the word of God, because we about to, I just feel a spiritual takeover. I feel like we about to do some things in the economy that's about to be on and popping. So definitely, definitely, definitely make sure that you are tapped in. This is one last opportunity for you to raise your hand because we're about to go. But what I will say for sure is what I always say when I end, and that literally is make it a great day, don't have a great day. Oh, Dina is coming. Listen, she know that's people know when I'm serious. I start saying those words. Dina, hey.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Because then you're going to blame it on me. I was doing the most, and so I would have come up before now. What I want to say to the room, first of all, those of you that don't know me, my name is Gina Fruitner, and I'm known as the beauty architect, and I help women understand not only their purpose, but put together a brand and a look that speaks to the masses before they ever say a word. What I wanted to say before you ended the room is Dr. Stevie did bring up we know each other for a while. One thing I've always known about Dr. Stevie is she has a really, really keen way of how she chooses to use words and how she teaches people how to use words. $49 made a difference, be the difference between you locking in an amazing client that pays you your worth and not locking in that client. Like, it could just be $49. I ask women all the time if skincare was the difference between looking and feeling confident and showing up for that client and charging them what is in your head and your heart, that value on that thing. Like, wouldn't you do it? Wouldn't you just, upgrade those little things? And this may seem like a little thing. It's a little thing for Dr. Stevie because this is who she is and this is what she does. But for those of us that land and are in our passions outside of words, like, we need people like her to help us cultivate our message. So, invest in the $49. I'm getting ready to go get my purse and get my credit card out and going to get my ticket. So you will literally only have two left, Dr. Stevie. But guys, if you are not, again, and even if you're a person that's really good with words, don't assume that someone can't help you tighten it down even more so that you appeal more to those people that are upper level. I tell my mentees all the time, I cannot call you higher where I'm not willing to go. So that's all of us. We have to do the work and we have to invest. I yield the mic.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And one thing while Dana was speaking, what popped in my mind is community, you all. The $49 might just be for the community. Love you till I shine. Yay. But may just be for the community that you have at hand. So I'm just saying we will soon have 2 spaces left, and that's gonna be it. God gave me a number and we're gonna be done. Okay. So I'm gonna end again and say, make it a great day. Don't have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too have the power to do so. Bye for now. Fitz, can we get a boom, baby?
You ready for it?
I got you.
Boom, baby.